Stand by for news. Good evening. I'm Walter ClownArounds reporting. Unfortunately, the COVID pandemic is still with us. For an update on the pandemic and to answer your health questions, here is Nurse Barbara Ann Bedpan.
Oh, thank you, Walter. I'm Nurse Barbara Ann Bedpan, here to answer your medical and other assorted questions. My first question comes today from Sue B. in Murdoch, Minnesota. Sue B. asks, Barbara Ann is such a pretty name. Could you tell me how you got the name Barbara Ann? Well, Sue B., my daddy got to name my older sister, and he was a fan of Buddy Holly, so he named her Peggy Sue. This meant Mama got to name me. She was a fan of the Beach Boys, so she named me Barbara Ann. And then along comes Mary, but we don't quite get the association. Oh, I have a question here from Margaret in Eagle Bend, Minnesota. Margaret asks, how can I protect myself from COVID? Well, Margaret, the number one thing you can do is get a vaccine and get boosted when it's available to you. This is the best way to build up your immunity and reduce the chance of fatal COVID. Also, there are things you can do, steps you can take to prevent catching COVID. The first is to wash your hands frequently, especially when entering and leaving rooms and when you're handling different things that come into your room. Use hand sanitizer if you're unable to wash your hands. And then there are masks which you should be wearing anytime you're among people or visitors. And if you double mask, that'll even give you double protection. And finally, remember to stay. If you distance yourself 6 feet from everyone, it will also help to reduce the spread of COVID. Okay, I have another question, and this comes from Beulah in Proctor, Minnesota. Beulah asks, Barbara Ann, who is your role model in nursing? Well, my role model in nursing would have to be Florence Nightingale. You see, Miss Nightingale really started nursing back in the mid-1800s. She took lots of notes and studies. She wrote books on nursing, and she developed a compassionate plan that included nutrition, proper cleanliness and cleaning, and stimulation of the mind through reading and visiting with patients and so forth. Well, I see my time is up. Back to you, Walter.
Well, we can't forget about the weather, so here's our weather reporter, Wendy Winchell.
Well, we are certainly going to be in for a wild ride in weather here for the next few days. Hello, I'm Wendy Winchell, and I'd like to give you an update on our weather forecast. Currently, we are experiencing winter with summer long ways away. I would like to show you a few pictures of the bright sunshine we have now. However, that is going to change. We are having a strong wind that is moving from northwest to southeast across the state of Minnesota, bringing with it 35-mile-an-hour winds, bone-chilling cold, snow flurries, icy roads. It is best if I was you, and I'm going to certainly do this. I got my best blanket here. I'm going to wrap myself up really tight. I'm going to grab my favorite book and I'm going to sit down on my favorite chair and stay in and stay warm. And I recommend you do the same. Back to you, Walter.
And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
What's wrong, Piggy Sue?
The dishwasher melted my clothes.
Oh, Piggy Sue, I know what you need. You need new, strong super gloves.
These are smooth. Oh, and beautiful. And so smooth. So smooth, too.
And now, here's our sports report from Howard Clownsell.
This is Howard Clownsell speaking of sports. First off, this reporter must congratulate the NBA, the CBA, the NHL, the NFL, the FIFA, the EURO, and all the other leagues that have been able to put the tremendous efforts into getting their players on the field so this reporter can report on the report of the scores. This has been an amazing accomplishment during these disheveling times. I do, however, have a couple of questions. First off, when are the ponies going to be returning to Conestoga? I can hardly wait. I, however, have some questions as to the size of the crowds that will be returning if we have to wear masks. And what if the horses have to wear masks? Anyway, hopefully that will be settled soon. I also was able to witness the boxing match down under for the Penlight Championship where Wally Wallaby Kangaroo here, he won the Penlight title. Congratulations, Wally Wallaby Kangaroo. And finally, on a personal note, and you all know I am not one to brag. However, I was able to get out with Tiger here this past weekend where my swing was really good and I was able to bag a couple of birdies. Oh, thank you very much, Tiger. It was wonderful. And my producer is telling me because we are in Minnesota that I must also get the fishing report in. So with much consternation, I turn it over to you, Valai. Well, thank you, Howard. This is Valai, and I am here with the Minnesota Fishing Report. Now, the owner of our lodge does not want me to divulge my actual location, so therefore I can only tell you that I am in my Ice Castle Fish House in South Bay Lodge, just off North Bay on Little Big Lake. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with these parts, that's somewhere between International Falls and Albert Lea. Anyway, the fishing up here has been pretty good. Oh, I think I got one right now. Oh, looky here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at this one. This is a keeper. Oh, I got to get back to it here. They're biting right and left. So thank you very much. And back to you, Howard.
And that's the news. This is Walter Clownwright signing off.